You're thinking, that's exactly what I think an Alastair McAllister would look like. He nailed it. That's the name. Funny thing is, my father's American. He lives in North Carolina. I was down there doing shows. I had this girl come up to me after the show. She's all, Alastair McAllister? What kind of name for a black man is Alastair McAllister? I'm like, well, it's my name, Shaquanda. If you and Amufule are having a hard time with that, sorry, it's just a regular Canadian name. So, we're from Trinidad. Oh, I love that. Total fucking silence. I love that. You guys are... No, I think Ottawa has a Trinidad. Pretty sure Ottawa has a Trinidad. It's Petawawa, Trinidad, Pembroke, Tobago. Right in the valley up there. I have no tolerance for winter too. That's my excuse too. Like, I just don't do anything. I don't skate, I don't ski, hockey, nothing. Right? So I'm always asking my parents, I'm always like, well, why would you leave a tropical paradise like Trinidad to raise me here? And my mom always has the same answer. It's always saying, well, you know, I don't have a lot of jobs in Trinidad. You'd have nothing to do in Trinidad. Now, take a good look at me here, folks. I'm a stand-up comedian. Seriously, this is the busiest I've been all day. And I had a nap this afternoon. Do I seem that ambitious? I totally could have made a life selling towels on the beach, all right? I'm happy. My grandmother still lives on the island, spent her entire life, and then last year decided she wanted to come up spend Christmas, New Year's with her family in Canada. Now this is a woman who has spent her entire life on a tropical island, so I know better. I'm trying to talk her out of it, right? I'm like, you know what, Gran? It's real cold in Canada in the wintertime. Why don't you just come up in the sun? I'm like, coming out to see y'all. I'm like, all right, you'll see. Man, did I have a ball when my grandmother rolled into town, though. She came in before the first snowfall. Never seen snow in her entire life, right? And how do you prepare somebody for that? Especially the way it snows out here, where there's like nothing, then overnight, one night just... I look out the window, I'm like, oh wow, look at that, it snowed last night. Here my grandmother waddled up to the window behind me, she pops her head out, she's like, where the hell all this white shit come from? All the snow, Gran, you wanted to stay. Typical grandmother too, right? Because she loves me, she wants to spend time with me. I'm hyperactive, man, like I can't stand still. So she always gives me grief whenever I go over to visit. Same speech, you know, you don't spend enough time with your grandmother, you have to have a relationship, and you just run wild! I got so fed up of hearing it though, finally I broke down, and I took her bungee jumping. Oh, we had a great time, man, and they found her skin. Just a big loose of granny flesh, big sack there, twirling around in the ridge. You guys, even my grandmother laughs at that joke. We make this shit up, people. We make this shit up. Here, like this, I took her to see her first ever hockey game. I was like, all right, Gran, you want to spend some time with me? I'm going to take you to a hockey game. This is the Canadian national pastime. Canadians love this sport. Let's go watch a hockey game. So we're at Scotiabank watching the Sens. 5 minutes into the game, she turns to me, she's like, hey, don't have no black people in that game. And I mean, Granny's right, there are a few brothers that play hockey, but I'm like, okay, well, how many of our brothers interested in hockey? Boom, it hits me. You know what we got to do, don't you? Next Winter Olympics, the Jamaicans should enter a hockey team. Think about it, they had a bobsled team, right? They had a movie. Wouldn't you go watch a bunch of Jamaicans play fucking hockey, man? I mean, a bunch of Jamaicans around center ice with their dreadlocks hanging out. Pasty puck, pasty down puck. Buffalo Soldiers, pasty puck up on the left-hand side. Pasty puck up on the left-hand. Of course, you realize they'd sell more munchies at one of those games than all the fucking concerts they hold that year. Big run on Doritos whenever the Jamaicans play in town. Don't know what's up with that. So I did this recently too, and it's because I'm not an early adopter, clearly. I just recently got my Gmail account. Yes, I know, unbelievable. I've been getting grief from my friends about it forever. Like, oh my God, get a Gmail account. How come you don't have a Gmail account? Get yourself a Gmail account. So I finally break down, and I get myself this Gmail account, and what a huge waste of time this turned out to be. Because I now realize the sole purpose of the Gmail account is as a delivery vehicle for the penis enlargement email. I swear to God, that's all I get, 30, 40 emails a day. Penis enlargement, penis enlargement. I got so fed up, I finally replied to one and said, I am a black guy! I no longer get emails about penis enlargement. I get a lot of emails about payday loans and check cashing places, though, so... Why is that funny? Why is that funny? It's funny because fuck you. Yeah. I know exactly what you're thinking. Very nice. Gig just came back, actually. It was about a week, maybe a couple weeks ago. Did a gig in North Bay. Yeah, so clearly my career is skyrocketing. That's the mecca of Canadian comedy, by the way, is your North Bay gig. You know you've arrived. So, and how it works, right, is they get a bunch of comics from the same area, same town, whatever, and we all get in one guy's car, and we drive out to the show, right? So, and basically the rule is whoever's car you're in, you're stuck listening to their music, right? So, there's no fighting, there's no arguing, blah, blah, blah. So, the ride up to North Bay, I got to listen to more Elvis Presley than I have ever heard in the course of my life, you know? And I don't dislike Elvis, none of that, it's nothing like that, like, just like tons of songs I didn't even know he recorded, you know? Like, I'm not ignorant, like, I know like Blue Suede Shoes and Jailhouse Rock, but I heard all these other songs I didn't even know he recorded. Like, for example, and maybe you guys know, I didn't, did you know Elvis has a song called In the Ghetto? Some of you do, some of you don't. Elvis Presley sings a song called In the Ghetto, and all I could think it was Elvis Presley singing about the ghetto? Like, what is Elvis Presley singing In the Ghetto is like a black man singing at the golf club, alright? Like, kind of bothered me though. I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if he sang about the ghetto that's glamorized on movies and television? Wouldn't that be awesome if he sang about that ghetto? You know, just imagine, and the black boy runs, but he won't get far because he's on his feet. And the cops have a car. Incidentally, that joke was the only good thing to come out of that North Bay gig. So you better fucking appreciate it. That was 14 hours of my life I will never get back. All for that joke. See what I'm saying here? Watch a lot of TV. I'm a huge television addict, I have to admit right now. One of my favorites is Shark Week. Are you Shark Week fans? Alright, nice. Who doesn't like Shark Week, right? And, now, did anybody see it? It was probably not the last one. It was probably a few Shark Weeks ago where they had the guy who wrestles sharks. Did anybody see that? Yes, one person in the back did see it. Okay, so I'm not making it up. You've got a witness. So for those of you who haven't seen it, I can't make this up. This is a guy in Australia, and you have to remember that Australia was a British criminal colony, so they're all a little fucked in the head. His hobby is he wrestles sharks, right? And I swear to God, so they got him there, he's in his rowboat, he's rowing out to wrestle the sharks, he's talking to the camera about how the coast of Australia has some of the most heavily shark-infested waters in the world. As he's talking to the camera, he's pouring buckets of blood and fish guts out the side of the boat, and I swear to God, there's like fins for a 30-foot radius around the boat, just shark fins everywhere. It's fucking crazy. I swear to God, the boat stops, he gets up, he looks out, and he goes, yeah, this looks like a good spot. He dives in, and I'm like, what a fucking idiot! I'm thinking this is the best Shark Week ever. I'm gonna watch this guy get eaten by a shark. And they got the underwater cameras going, and it's crazy, right? The sharks are friendly, there's blood in the water, they're bumping against each other, there's like a million of them. Swear to God, he's under there with them. Shark swims by that I guess he decides is the shark he wants to wrestle. And as that shark swims by, swear to God, he bangs that shark on the back, grabs it, and then he's like riding the shark underwater for like 10 minutes. It's crazy, right? Comes up on the boat, he goes, oh, I love shark wrestling, it makes me feel alive. And I'm still like, what a fucking idiot! Like, he's alive, and he's gonna do it again. It's his hobby, right? That's what he does. So I keep thinking, all right, clearly it's old hat for this guy, but man, this must be a real pain in the ass for the sharks, though, you know what I mean? Like, because you know they're just minding their own business. La-da-dee, la-da-dee. All of a sudden they see him drop in the water. They gotta be like, oh shit, not again! And he finds that shark he wants to wrestle, you know, he bangs that shark on the back, that shark's like, I got no problem with you! Those little pilot fish that swim alongside trying to get some blood in the water, like, you gonna take that shit? He can't fight! That's exactly how sharks and their pilot fish would talk, by the way. Clearly was high when I was watching Shark Week. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's one of the things I love about living in, I guess, Ottawa, Gatineau, Canada, bilingual country too, is just the things they do to fuck up television for us up here, right? Like my favorite movie of all times is Clint Eastwood's High Plains Drifter, right? And I love that movie because Clint is such a badass in that movie, right? That's a movie where he rolls into town, has a gunfight with like 20 guys, kills like half of them, walks right up to the leader, looks him in the eyes and says, "You better get the hell out of town." Like how cool is that, right? So I'm coming home from a show, it's like, I don't know, 2, 3 in the morning, I can't sleep anyway, so I'm insomniac, so I'm just flicking channels looking for something to watch. Boom, I come across the gunfight from High Plains, I'm like, alright, cool! There's Clint, boom, shoots the last guy, walks right up to the leader, the bad guy looks him right in the eyes and says, "Il va falloir que tu sors du village." Toi la bata, they are du village! And I was like, Clint Eastwood is fluently bilingual. Kind of bothered me though because they dubbed it so it was like Parisian French, that clean kind of fancy schmancy French. I was like, why don't they dub it so he's Quebecois? You know what I mean? Like wouldn't that have been awesome if they dubbed it so he was Quebecois? Just imagine the gunfight, he gets grazed with a bullet. Aye aye! You know he'd be on the radio. Clint Eastwood just say aye aye? Shit, I guess he is fluently bilingual. So, here's the thing, I got a little rant I gotta get off my chest right now. So does anybody here live in Gatineau? Hell no. You have no Gatineau? Hell no, she said. Fuck them frogs, man, like. Alright, so fuck me then. So here, let me preface this by saying, so in Gatineau, they have this thing that they deliver, it's called the Poubla Sack. Alright, and they deliver it to your house every Wednesday. And basically, this is it's a sack of shit that they deliver to your house every Wednesday that you literally take from your front steps, you walk directly over to the garbage, boom, and you drop it in the garbage. So it drives me crazy. They're wasting my time. They're bringing me garbage. And they pretend it's not garbage, right? Because they go, oh, well, it's got coupons in it, but they're the most useless fucking coupons in the world. It's always like 30% off trophy engraving. What? When am I ever gonna... You got me again, Poubla Sack! So anyways, and I hate it. Like every Wednesday, I'm so annoyed by this thing. So I'm over at a buddy's house, and he's got a sign in front of his house that says, "Pas de Poubla Sack, s'il vous plaît." So I asked him, I go, hey, does that actually work there? You put that sign up, he goes, oh yeah. So I put up the Pas de Poubla Sack sign, Pas de Poubla Sack for me. I go, well fuck, I gotta get me a Pas de Poubla Sack sign. So I go home, I've got a piece of paper, my Sharpie, I write my little sign, Pas de Poubla Sack, s'il vous plaît, boom, stick it in front of the house, figure I'm good, right? So then the other day I'm coming home, same time as the Poubla Sack guy. So I figure I'm gonna save him to walk up the steps there to see the sign, be all dejected after leaving. I go, hey buddy, don't worry about it, I got a Pas de Poubla Sack sign. So Pas de Poubla Sack. Swear to God, I'm not even making this up. He goes, oh, I have to see your sign. It's like, whatever, knock yourself out. So we walk up the front step, he takes a look at it, he goes, I'm sorry, sir, your sign, she's illegal. What do you mean it's illegal? My buddy's got the exact same sign, Pas de Poubla Sack, s'il vous plaît. Since he's gotten it, Pas de Poubla Sack, s'il vous plaît. Pas de Poubla Sack, s'il vous plaît. He goes, no. You see, our buddy, he got that sign at City Hall. He paid for that. That's illegal, Pas de Poubla Sack. You grab a piece of paper and a pen, you make your sign up by hand there. That's not a legal Poubla Sack sign. You must take my Poubla Sack! And now I'm really fucking pissed, right? Because I've had enough with this garbage every fucking Wednesday. So I'm like, fuck your Poubla Sack! He's take the Poubla. Now the neighbors are coming out. Most of them just want to shut me up, because I'm loud. So they're like, take the Poubla Sack! Take the Poubla Sack! Other neighbors are coming out. They're like me. They're fed up. They're fuck the Poubla Sack! Fuck the Poubla Sack! Finally, I'm pumped up from all the attention. I go, fuck you and your Poubla Sack! Get the hell off my property! He goes, oh, I'm gonna go call the police! And he storms off. Now I'm walking around my front yard, feeling pretty good about myself, right? Because I just stood up to the Poubla Sack guy, right? Clearly I'm where it's at, And it occurs to me, well, wait a second, he's gonna call the Gatineau police. Not exactly known for their racial tolerance. Like he's gonna call them up, he's gonna go, there's a black guy much all he's gonna have to say, right? The neighbor cordoned off, helicopter SWAT, I'm gonna get beat up and arrested. You know the ultimate irony, I'm gonna get community service. You know what my community service is gonna be, don't you? Delivering fucking poobless sacks. And all I can promise you is that when I deliver them, they will be full of shit, alright? When I'm done, nobody is gonna want a poobless sack again. I'm gonna ruin it for everybody. That's how I roll. When I was doing shows. Anybody ever been out to Vancouver, British Columbia? I was doing shows out there, and they took me camping for the first time ever. Not a huge outdoors guy. It's not downtown and paved in concrete. I don't like it, you know. But they were like, you know what? After the weekend run, pack a bag. We're gonna take you to BC Interior, show you some of this great land of ours. I was like, all right, I'm stuck there anyway. So we head out to the campsite after the last show, and that's when he starts breaking out the bear deterrents. Like, what didn't tell me before we went on a little BC camping trip is they got a lot of bears out in BC. He's like, oh, don't worry about it, because what I got here is I got bear spray. Think about that for a half a second, though, folks. Bear spray. I'm like, what does that do? That will irritate the bear. We're kind of in the middle of their turf. Should we be pissing bears off right now? He goes, no. What you're going to do is you're going to spray that in the bear's eyes. So now I'm thinking, I got to be close enough to this bear where I can nail it in the eyes? Because at this point I'm thinking, look, man, why don't I just pee on that bear, okay? Right between you and me, if there's a bear close enough to me where I can nail it in the eyes, there is already a stream of urine running down my leg. At the very least, maybe the bear will be like, gross, you taste like piss, and he'll go eat the other guys. Leave me alone, stewing in my piss. Then the other thing he breaks out is a bear flare. And it's a modified flare gun, and the idea is that the big bright light from the flare will scare off a bear, right? So we're sitting around the fire, we're cracking jokes, we're having a good time. There's a couple bears on the outskirts. I ain't having it, man. I grabbed the bear flare, boom, my fire went off. Right? Now the problem with the bear flare is that the flare gun is not exactly a precision instrument. Right? So I basically launched this flare at the bear, but it actually lobs over and lands behind the bear, scaring the bear from over there directly over here. And the whole time he's charging towards us, I keep thinking, well, thank God we've got bear spray, huh? Yeah, because I'm out of piss and he's still coming. So clearly, this is like a fucking gravy to him. We're so fucked, we could have been downtown. I'm gonna get out of here in a second. Can I try one semi-new thing on you? Would that be alright? Do you guys care? Alright, so let me preface this by saying, big surprise, I live in Ottawa, so I work for the federal government. I know. What are the chances? What are the odds? And I should also preface this by saying that we live in a post-9/11 era, right? Where the threat of terrorism is real. So the Canadian government, in their infinite wisdom, have come up with, and just read what it says at the top so you don't think I'm making it up, right at the top. The bomb threat telephone form. So should someone, I worked in communications, should someone have called in a bomb threat to my department, I was supposed to grab this form and go through a list of questions with them. Like, how fucking Canadian is that? Swear to God, I am not making this shit up. I stole this from work, alright? So the first thing it says on the bomb threat telephone form is be calm, be courteous, listen, do not interrupt. Like, you may as well ask the guy if he can get him some tea or something while he's threatening everybody's life. God forbid he should be uncomfortable, right? Then they've got a list of questions to ask. The first question on the bomb threat telephone form is, when is the bomb going to explode? Hey, don't laugh, because I thought about it. That is a great first question. Because really, you don't want to be halfway through the call and all of a sudden, Question number 6 is another one of my favorites. Question number 6 is, did you place the bomb? Followed by a one-word question for number 7, why? Why? Why did you? What's wrong with you? What's going on? People get hurt. Come on, use your head. And I guess by this point they figure you've established a rapport with the guy. You and the guy are friends, because I swear to God, the next question is, what is your name? Followed immediately by, what is your address? Like, I keep thinking, well, where the hell was this form when we were looking for Osama? You know? You know he would have been on the phone like, shit, I gave him my address! He was so bloody courteous. They got a subsection over here, threat language. And they got some subcategories for threat language, I guess maybe help you identify them later or something. My favorite is the first one right over here. It's well-spoken or educated. Because I read that and I was like, well, what the hell? What's that going to sound like? You get a bomb threat from somebody well-spoken or educated. What's that sound like? You know, yes, hello, yes, hello, yes. Yes, I planted an explosive device. Nice. Very well-spoken, nice. I love it when you guys make it easy for me to fill this shit out. I've already got so much to do in the course of my day. Got another subsection over here, caller's voice. And they got a bunch of characteristics for the caller's voice, I guess maybe again to help you identify them later. My favorite is right over here, it's a stutter. Because isn't that who you want calling in the bomb threat though? Is the one guy in your terrorist cell with a stutter. But that's the call I want to take, right? That's going to be a fun call right there. Hello? Shit again, in trouble with my manager! All right, there you go, folks. That's it. That's the whole thing. That is your tax dollars at work. What the Fed does with your tax dollars. And don't tell them I stole it, I'll get in trouble, all right? So that's just between us. Hey, I know you guys are going to love your headliner. He's one of my faves, and he's very funny. Thanks a lot. Good night.